What the heck is going on?
We're on the last leg of the flight from hell with about 300 poisonous snakes, and we don't have a pilot anymore. We're trying to figure out how to land the plane. There's still snakes in the plane, so we finally do the last resort.
I've had it with these mother snakes on this mother plane. Everybody strap in. We're about to open some windows.
Shoot the windows out and depressurize the plane, suck all the snakes out, hopefully, and we can get some help on getting the plane down.
That was alarmingly believable. How were they doing that scene? It looked like you really, truly were being, jostled.
Well, we get jostled around a lot. This whole set's on hydraulics, so we've been in turbulence since the plane took off. So there seems to be a storm outside. There's always lightning, there's always rain, and then the snakes show up. So it's been not a great flight.
Hello. What we have here is an orange amber, and it tends to strike at sausage festivals and hot dog meats packing districts. It's got a lot of muscles here in the mouth and abdomen area. As you can see, it's tying itself in a knot down there, and it swallows in the gullet like a whole rat it can't. Ow! yeah, I'm tough. That didn't happen on TV just now.
You scared of snakes? I mean, does one have to be near you or at all, or?
Well, they have this 17-foot Burmese python here.
Have you touched him?
Yeah.
What's he like?
I don't know. They just named him Kitty.
But what was it like did you get to know the snake? Did you get to hold him or to have him near you?
Well, it's 17 foot, so I couldn't hold him by myself, of course, right? Because it's 300 pounds.
Yeah, that'd be a bit much, wouldn't it? It's probably about 255 pounds more than you weigh, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you like snakes?
Yeah.
How come?
I don't know. They're just creatures. Nothing to be afraid of much.
Do you feel like danger at all? I mean, are you worried about working with the snakes? Because even if they're not deadly, they still can bite.
I actually don't.
Really, no. Jules the snake wrangler is amazing, and I feel like I've learned a lot about snakes, and he's really good at explaining the different breeds to you, and he just makes you feel really comfortable.
Hi, I'm Jules Sylvester, and welcome to the Snake House. Come on in.
What happened there?
Cough or a poop. Either end is bad. Go on, in you go. Don't poop on me.
Some sort of fluid came out of that snake.
Yeah, it's like, not on me, it's like, I think it's a poop. Yeah, it's a turd. There we go.
Lovely.
Okay. You got comfortable. You're going to start relaxing way too much around me.
Everybody listen. We have to put a barrier between us and the snakes. Grab everything from the overheads, under the seats, and let's build a wall. Let's go!
So I understand that you really pursued this script. It was a role you wanted to do. What was it about this character that really caught your fascination?
I don't know, it had very little to do with the character. It had more or less to do with the genre. I've been trying to find something that's sort of in the horror vein, because I always liked horror movies when I was a kid. You go to the movies to be thrilled and afraid, and you go home and pretend to be the monster, and you chase your friends around and be chased by them. So this was an opportunity to do that. Plus, the bad things in this particular film were pretty real, and most people, have a snake phobia. There's this whole thing about snakes, and to be in a sort of a prisoner in a big flying tube with 300 poisonous snakes and kind of not know what to do or not have a lot of defense against them seemed to be a pretty exciting idea to me.
Look, LAX, just give me my VOR numbers and my approach vectors, and I'll be fine.
Sir, I suggest you relinquish the pilot's chair to someone more experienced.
This is Agent Neville Flynn, FBI. You are talking to the only person up here who has that experience. I suggest you give him what he needs so we can land this thing.
Combining two extraordinary fears, fear of snakes with fear of flying, which a lot of people are as well.
Yeah.
It's going to create a whole new phobia, fear of flying with snakes.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I'm sure that when the animal handler was bringing all these snakes up here, it's kind of interesting. I really would have liked to see them coming through customs with these, 400 snakes. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of snakes. I really would prefer them just to be somewhere else. Like
On the Nature
Delaware.
Channel.
Yeah. No, what about you? Or is it something that you're fine with? Would you rather them be on the Nature Channel?
I'm sort of okay with them. When I was a kid, if we ran up on a snake, the snake was in a lot more trouble than we were. Now, you know, when you get older, you learn more, you gather fears. So I'm not particularly interested in running up on them. There are rattlesnakes on the golf course that I play in Los Angeles, and there are rattlesnakes in my neighborhood. And I was talking to a friend of mine who said she had actually put her hand down on a rattlesnake about 2 weeks ago because the snake was just kind of sitting there. And she leaned over and there was something soft there, and she looked and it was a rattlesnake, and then she freaked and the snake kind of freaked and everything started to go wrong. So there's snakes everywhere. And I actually went in the room where they keep all the snakes one day just to see what that was like and to kind of get a look at all of them.
And that's an absolutely beautiful snake, look at that. Now she's an albino milk snake, and absolutely pristine, no smell, just pure polished, very, very gentle creature. And this is one you definitely would put on an actor, and I feel quite confident she would never bite anybody, even though, you know, this is still a reptile, but she's very, very gentle. This is one I could actually put on a kid. My boys hold these things, so these are pretty good guys. Provided you don't hurt them. It's when, as soon as you start hurting and we're squeezing, you notice she holds me. I don't hold her. I can support her, and like that, but there's no hands are wide open. And even when you pick them up like that. You don't grab them. They don't like being grabbed. There she is. Look at that.
You said you were really wanting to do a thriller. How do you make a good thriller?
For me, you have to have something that is fearsome, you know, and, you know, 300 poisonous snakes of different, you know, kinds are very fearsome. And you have to have interesting victims. Surprisingly enough, the victims have to be people that when the audience sees them, they identify with them, they care about them, and they don't want to see them die.
Last month, they offered early retirement. But no, this broad needed one more tour of duty.
You were here for a reason. You saved my baby.
Or they want to see somebody die particularly badly because that person has been an ass the whole flight, so they want to see that person die.
Oh, beautiful. First they stick me in coach, and then they put a freaking dog next to me. What the hell is next?
You have to have very good victims, and you have to have, you know, credible heroes, people that they want to see survive, or people that are vulnerable in their survival, that they don't just, you know, walk through the snakes and the snakes don't bite them, or snakes are snapping at them, but they have to fight them off and they have to fend for themselves in very interesting ways. So you have to have, you know, certain elements to make it work.
Why snakes?
Because that's what the writer wrote. I don't know. There's going to be a lot of people that will question the logic of this movie, but hopefully if they get into it and they see it and they come along for the ride, it's going to be pretty thrilling. We've got a great cast. It's a good script. We're going to have great snakes. There's a lot of really good action and deaths, and should be, and some good comedy too.
David's done great, and I've worked with David a couple times, so we know each other, and, you know, I'm a huge, huge, huge fan of Final Destination 2. Love that movie. Star Jones and I watched that movie on Labor Day last year like 4 times in a row. You know, we were just laughing, saying, run it back, run it back, run it back. So we watched that movie a lot.
Snakes, what's it like working with them? Do they kind of have rules, like what you have to do when they're on set, or?
Well, my agent had the rule that the snakes have to be like 20 feet away from me. That was the rule coming in. And I just really don't believe, we have snake handlers. They like to call them snake trainers, but I just don't believe that you can tell a snake to sit up, roll over, you know, fetch. So they bring them in, they turn them loose, they crawl, they do, you know, scary things, and you pick them up and put them back in the thing. So I tend to avoid them as much as possible. So I haven't had to deal with that. But they did have one really nice snake that I think it took about 5 guys to bring in the other day, like a 350-pound snake. It's huge.
Kitty. The snake's name is Kitty.
Very, very slow, though. Didn't have to worry about him. Too big to be fast. So you could actually reach out and pet him.
It eats really big things, though.
Yeah, but not often.
You know what I found more disturbing than the snakes in the snake room was the tray of frozen mice.
Oh, that's food.
The homegrown, well, they're still chilly, a bit frozen. And for the larger snake, they're
That's wonderful.